everybody. I have been wanting to make more videos on YouTube, and just being totally honest, this past year has been a little crazy, not just for me, but for everybody I know. And so it's kind of hard to focus in making videos, and also I feel like I've covered. I mean, I know there's always, here I'm sitting down because I'm lazy. I know there's always more topics to be covered with SpinOluiton and spinning, and if you have any, like, I want to know about any particular spinning topic, I'm happy to make a video for you. But I don't know, fully being honest, I've just been a bit of a scatterbrain, and it's been a hard time to focus or make videos with my kids being home constantly. And today is, they're actually both in school. So my youngest has just started kindergarten, and my oldest is in first grade. And I don't know, here in Knoxville they do like these crazy stagger start days where it's like the oldest has been in school for a few weeks, but the youngest, they like stagger them in. And it's super frustrating if you are a parent, because then you end up driving to and from school constantly. So that has finally ended, thank goodness. So at least for today, because we all seem to be living like day to day here with kids in school and everything. So at least for today, and foreseeably tomorrow, they will be in school at an actual building. So hopefully I can make more videos. And I know one request I've gotten is for me to make videos on an Echo, and I don't own an Echo currently. That would be the next wheel I would purchase. But our business, I say businesses, so between Crafty Housewife Yarns and my local wool, have both been growing so speedily here. Resources have been going in places besides buying another spinning wheel that to make videos with. But I would love to get an Echo, so I will have to put that on the list of things that we need, and then I could make videos comparing the Echo to some of the other SpinOluiton wheels. So that has been requested, and I will work towards that. So anyhow, I thought it would be fun and easier, because I do want to continue to make videos, and I get asked a lot with people on, like, I don't know, it just seems like boring day-to-day life with me, but running a craft business from home and being a mom, and the fiber arts business is just, it's a cool industry to work in, but it's also, it's kind of a wacky industry to work in, because I know it's hard to explain to other people that aren't in the fiber industry, because you're like dealing with farmers and soap makers, and I don't know, just all the fun people that I get to deal with. But it's definitely not something that is most people's day-to-day life, even though it is my day-to-day life, which I'm very fortunate for. So I thought I'm just going to film lots of little, like, when I'm doing something that I think might be interesting, I can't even talk, to people, or things that I've been asked about. I'm going to just go ahead and I'm just going to film it, and I'm not going to worry about making it awesome and setting it up and having a big, to-do about it. I'm just going to film it or take pictures, and then I'm good enough at video editing at this point in time that I can then just, like, maybe compile for the week. Or after a few days when I get enough clips, and I can do like a voiceover because that's my other problem, is half the time if the house is full of kids, they're all screaming at each other, it doesn't make for good video. So that's why I was like, I'm just going to record stuff and then later go add the, voiceover instead of having sound from the video. So I think that will help me. So I'm going to start just kind of filming some stuff and putting it together, and hopefully it'll be interesting. So I guess it will be sort of more of a fiber arts day in the life of trying to run a business with the fiber arts industry, as well as spinning tips. Like I said, I would love, if you have any particular questions or things I have not covered in past videos, please let me know. Talk to you soon. Look at this giant box of squishy goodness. This is actually for my other business that Brittany and I run, My Local Wool, and we are getting some of the fiber sampler boxes, small farm sampler boxes together, which means I have to have a giant stash of wool in my house to then package up to go out to all of the subscribers. So this one is from Nature Lane Fiber. And this one in particular is a really cool one I'd never tried before. It is a Romnadale, and I'm probably saying that wrong, and CVM, which stands for California Variegated Mutant, I believe. What a funny breed name. But it's so soft, and she's one of our newer farmers with My Local Wool, so I was really excited that she wanted to be a part of our small farm sampler boxes. And here, actually, oh, that's not it. I have some really fabulous alpaca around here too, as well as something else I'll have to dig out for another video. But I just thought y'all would want to see the giant exploding box of fiber on my table that we're going to get ready for My Local Wool. Look at the really pretty, it's so soft. It's got such a cool little crimp to it. That is that. While we're talking about my collaboration with Heidi, it's so funny, we used to make yarn in mass quantities for her, and now she makes fiber bats in mass quantities for us and herself, but also for us. So I really love, like I said, you can find all of her yarn and pre-knitted items and fibery creations and bats that she sells in her own private collections on her website. There you go, Cocoon, Handspun Soft Goods. But also, I'm lucky enough to be able to talk her into making some custom things for us. You know, some custom bats. These were for, we needed some fiber for to fleece part 2. So I've got more upstairs. These were in the process of being put on the stocking shelves because we'd had other things going out. Look at this one, it's really cool. It's got the white and the chocolate part in here. I'm particularly excited about these. Are from a little squishy baby doll sheep from Heaven's Bales here in Knoxville. So it's really fun that I know the sheep that this came off of, and then it got to Heidi's studio and then made into these really cool bats. It definitely gives it this cool squishability, whereas these other ones are super smooth and they've got some sparkle in there. But like I said, these were some of our new bats from Heidi that I just listed so people would have some different fibers for Tour de Fleece. One thing I really love about our business is that we are currently working with not just yarn and spinning fiber, but we get to work with some of my favorite suppliers. And I don't know, I feel like most of us fiber artists, we all kind of, well, especially with so many people being farmers, they all kind of have different hands in different pots. This soap that is currently available is from Barnyard Blue, which is our BFL, our favorite supplier for BFL, which I think we need to restock some on our site because it's always sold out. So I thought she makes beautiful lotions and soaps, which I actually personally use. My favorite smell is Winifred in the lotions, but I thought when we came out with the all of our plant-based and lavender-based yarns, which I think we might be sold out of. There may be a couple left, but I thought it would be so fun to have the lavender. So this was one of those that we've got. I was getting these ready for shipment. And then this is from another friend. You can see her name right there, Dawn Prickett. And she is also the head of Twice Sheared Sheep, but she's also a talented watercolorist. So this is her original design on one of her little stitch marker tins. So I just love that, like I said, these two items represent two good friends of mine that I've so loved getting to know while working in the fiber industry. And so it makes me really happy to be able to kind of round out some of our yarns and kits and not just sell, you know, our hand spuns or our mill spuns, but also have these other fun goodies. And like I said, these are examples of some of our hand spun that are getting packaged to go out. I just love hand spun because you can see it's so different. You don't have anything from like this super chunky, you know, fun art yarn, which is so soft and fun to work with. And then this one, which Mom spun, super funky. It was the Lisa Frank one, but this is our worsted weight singles, which I don't know, is definitely probably our most popular type. When Heidi and I were at Vogue Knitting this past year before everything got canceled, Heidi with Cocoon has such a gorgeous array of these because she's a crochet artist, so she uses a lot of this worsted weight single ply in her project, so that's what she had a lot to sell for, and that's kind of how we started working together. Was Crafty Housewife Yarns produced a lot of the yarn that she used in her projects and sold, and now she's one of our fiber artists with back blending, so we all just have really enjoyed working together. So these are some examples of some fun things that are going out, and I just love being able to have kind of well-rounded offerings and work with so many good friends. So I decided I needed to spin something just for me as a reward for finishing all of my computer work. Because there's a lot more computer work for me than there used to be. So what I'm working on here is some of some fiber I had that I made some bats with, but I still had some in dyed braid form. It is a super soft 19 micron merino, and it's in a bunch of cool browns, and I've stripped them out now. Of course, they're all in a pile, and I'm mixing it in just by hand with some mulberry silk of the same color variety, but also with some of this kind of more neons in it, as well as some kind of this clear but with a blue tint Firestar. So that's what I've been currently working on, and like I said, I have no clue what this is for. Spinning here on my King Bee, and I'm literally like just spinning because I enjoy I enjoy spinning. So I've been kind of doing my usual semi, half worsted, half woolen style here. I'm spinning pretty thin. I think my plan is I'm going to which I guess I just used the wrong color, and my brain's not even working. I had it separated into color piles, so I'm kind of doing mostly the purples with the silk mixed in, and I'm going to kind of go through the colors of purple and pink, and then into the brown and blue. And I then am going to probably Navajo or chain ply, which is the same technique, just two different terms. So I'm spinning these singles pretty thin and more worsted than I normally do, because I want them to be pretty compact for the chain plying that I plan on finishing this with. So there's that. And then when I mix the silk in, I'm just kind of pinching little bits of the silk like y'all have seen me do if you've taken my courses, and then just mix it in here. And speaking of our spinning education, we do have a kind of a new format to the free web workshop where we are sending out lessons complete with email, very similar to our Dream Yarn course, which also has email. So the free web workshop now also has an option where you can email in sort of homework, which we're hoping will give people more of a chance to interact with our staff and with me. If you have any questions while learning to spin on either a drop spindle or a spinning wheel, we can help you find supplies, just kind of more of a one-on-one approach. And we're emailing out the lessons kind of a couple at a time instead of having it all posted as one. So that is our free web workshop. And of course, if you just want the Dream Yarn course, which is, got a lot more information and in-depth and also has the homework, so would be even better, then that would just be the Dream Yarn course. But the web workshop, like I said, which was kind of a mini free version I did kind of recently retool how it's delivered, as well as, like I said, kind of the response back from myself and our staff. Because, by trying to trickling it out instead of all at once, that frees us up to be able to kind of answer people's questions and have it be more interactive. So I will try to remember to post a link. But this adding in different textures is definitely something that's covered with the silks and the Firestar. And like I said, this is my SpinOluiton King Bee wheel with the Spin Perfect bobbins, which I just loved these. They were the honeycomb ones, so I just thought it was fun. I was like, my bee wheel has to have honeycomb bobbins. So this is what I'm spinning on just for some yarn for me. So I'm going to make something pretty for myself this winter. which I'm sure my oldest will then steal from me because anything new I knit, she always thinks is for her. So I guess I'm technically making something pretty for Killian.